get started with some check-ins. Tell us how you're feeling, what your focus is this week, and your intentions for the call. I am feeling great. I'm going to Canada today. And focus this week is Giveth trace, balances, treasury management, and maybe a bit of East Denver planning. And I will pass it on to, my intention for the call always. And I will pass it on to Heather.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. Back in Colorado, it's nice. And my focus for this week, I mean, there's a lot of general magic stuff going on with hiring. And for this call, my focus is just to about the worked out proposal, just find out the next steps because it looks like it's passing. And I will pass it to, I'll pass it to Monique.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, I can say. My focus for this week is just to do more, kind of refactor the way that we manage the team and also making the issues more clear for the team. And specifically, the notification center has to get out of the pipeline. My intention for the call is just to sync and listen, and I'm not distracted. And I pass it to Rochelle.
Hi everyone. Happy Monday, and I'm feeling great, excited, and my focus for this week is to work on some bonuses and also start doing some payments as early as now. And yeah, that's it for me this week, and I'll pass it to Jake.
Oh, thanks, Rochelle. I'm feeling really good. Focus for the week is on some outreach campaigns that we have both on new projects as well as DeFi outreach. Focus for this call is just kind of listen and see if there's any voting that needs to be done. I will pass it on to Kai.
Cool. Hey guys. My goal for this week is just little things. We have want to help TJ with the anti-recircle, get that set up. Everything is synced. And some other small things by Claire. If you have anything you need me to do, please ping me. Just here to want to get updated on our governance, and I'm not distracted. I give it to Santi. If you did not go.
Thank you, Kai. GM, everyone. Feeling good this week. Focus for the call, just sync and see where I may be needed, see what's going on. And focus for the week, I just try to get True blocks running on my local machine and get some work into the maps together with Claire, and finally get going the PFP collection so we finally can set it up and get ready for minting. And I'll pass it to Ashley.
Thanks, Santi. GM, everybody. Good to see you. I'm feeling good this week. I'm moving a little slow, but I'm feeling focused. And I guess my intentions for the week, or my focus for the week, is give backs this week. I want to get in the forum. What else am I doing governance-wise? I think that's pretty much it, but we're doing some planning for Youth Denver, and with community events slowing down, I've got some more space to do some focus stuff, so that will be nice. Intentions for the call, I want to stream and just see what's in the works for governance this week. And that's it for me. I will pass it to Breechies.
Yeah.
My intentions for this call is to listen. I like to come here and see what's happening on Giveth. I have some tasks to do this week, and I feel with a lot of energy. I pass it to Alma.
Thank you, Bridges. So my intentions for this week is, help with the planning of December, also to sync with comms and help to create content for Twitter and for social media. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rested. My intentions for this call is just to sync up and listen around what's happening in governance. And yeah, I'll pass it to Mango. Mango, did already went?
Hey guys, no, I haven't gone yet. Thanks, Almond. So my intention is to get the email campaigns out the door, reviewed, approved, revised, and everything like that. And also get some Moonbeam questions answered by the team that came up on the call with the foundation, and help out wherever there's any help needed for ETH Denver or any other marketing projects. And I'll pass it to Kotabe.
Thank you. So my intention for, first, I'm feeling good. And my intention for this call is to talk a little bit about Flea updates. And my intention for the week is focusing on fundraising, give economy research, and that's it. Let's see. I'll pass it to Mo. Have you gone?
No, thanks. Okay, so I'm feeling good. My focus is because the homepage and some user feedbacks and project activities and those kind of stuff. And just here for the sync up. Nick Balls, did you go?
Nope, thank you. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I'm excited for this week. I'll be traveling to Dubai. My focus for this week is buddy calls, monitoring, and reminders. Also, I'm going to help out with some quantification, price quantification, and GM tasks. And my intention for this call is to sync up and listen. And I'm passing it to, I think, Claire is the only one left. Or have you gone, Claire? Passing it to Claire.
Claire, you're unmuted, but we don't hear you. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I didn't think you could hear me. I was checking then. Thanks, Nick. Hi, everyone. I'm feeling good despite the very gloomy weather outside. Even our cats and dogs got fed up with it and they've stayed inside. My focus for this week is on comms for the start, and I'm working on the DeFi holiday season campaign with Corey, with hope to reach new audiences and bring some new users to the platform to donate. I also want to put some time to the Karma proposal this week. My intention for the call today is just to see what calls are happening over the holidays. Many votes I might have missed, and I've got no distractions, and I'm handing it back to you, Mitch.
I can take it. Yeah, Corey.
Oh, Corey.
Oh,
Hey.
sorry, Corey. I blame it on the fact I didn't come for the call for the start.
No problem. Hi. I'm feeling really good today. Got lots of energy. My focus for the week is actually on moving forward outreach efforts and making sure all the comms are prepped for reaching out to new DeFi audiences, getting ourselves hopefully in some newsletters in front of new audiences this week. And otherwise, also supporting on holiday campaigns that we'd plan to reach out to our existing audiences. And then also working on a Giveth year in review documents. And for the call today, no specific intentions other than to follow along and look at where I should be focusing on governance topics. And Yeah, I think I've covered everything there. So no distractions otherwise. I might be the last one.
Griff.
Yeah. I'm feeling great. It's gonna be a good week. My calendar is like cleared up to celebrate Lauren's birthday. Hopefully, I can get her on for the call so we can do our favorite ritual. And then my focus this week, besides celebrating Lauren's birthday, is of course fundraising and pushing forward any kind of cool projects that we have going in that direction. And intentions for this call, I have one intention, which is to get everybody to donate on the Phantom chain for our project on Grant and Play with Grants 2.0. So all you, Mitch.
Great. Cool. All right. Oh yeah, we got some more stuff in here. First topic. This is the last governance call before we get into legitimate holiday territory. So, I'm wondering if there's any calls we need to cancel. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I can say for sure I'm not going to be around next week to do this call. And maybe not right now, but you should take some time to look through and ask your contributors in your working groups, like if they're going to be around, if we need to cancel anything, and then you should start thinking about that and letting people know. Because, yeah, next week I for sure won't be around, so we should think about that. And next topic I have here is ETH Denver.
Can you share your screen, Mitch?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I haven't. Thanks, Heather. Okay. So, ETH Denver. Wow. We had a great call with Shannon, who is one of the lead organizers for ETH Denver. And it looks like we're going to have some opportunities to like make some impact, and probably Ashley and Lauren will have some more deets on that like this week probably. But who's going to ETH Denver? That's what I'm really curious to hear. I know myself, Griff, Lauren, Alman, Heather. I don't know. You're going to be around. Maybe Ashley. So it would be cool to figure out, since we're going to have this chance to play a pretty interesting role at ETH Denver, to figure out who's going, and then we can start planning our physical resources, like what we can actually pull off at the event.
Sorry, so are there any other names? Heather, did you say you are going, or maybe it's a maybe?
It's a maybe.
Anybody else? Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, cool. I think I'll just put out a call for people that might not be in this meeting themselves, but it'd be cool to like figure out what we have, and then I already started looking at some accommodations and stuff over there and planning flights and kind of jumping on it early. So if you're in a lurch for housing, just get in touch with me, and maybe there's some chances there to figure this out early before it gets crazy expensive. I won't touch too much more on ETH Denver, since I think we have to like figure out some things before with the organizers before we like can start having our own discussion. Anyway, moving on from that, Griff's got something about Grants 2.0 on Phantom.
Yeah. So, it's quadratic funding, and unlike the normal Gitcoin grants rounds, it's like a much smaller subset of people that will be donating. So if we can get every Givether to donate to the Giveth grant, Praise grant, and at least one other project donate to another project too, so it doesn't look like we're Sybil attacking, you really need, please do this. And I think that we will probably, it ends on the 2nd. And I would like to try to make maybe a list of people who have done it. And if you haven't done it, we will hunt you down and make you do it eventually. So please just do it on your own and put your name, like you can do it during this call while we're just hanging out. It's super easy. And put your name on this list so we don't have to bug you during the holiday season to beg you to do it. Just go to this website, transfer2.xyz, get some FTM. You probably want to have like $5 or $6 of FTM at least. And then, and of course you want to donate more, that's cool too. But get like $5 or $6 of FTM and then go to the Grant Explorer round, find Praise, find Giveth, find a couple other projects that you like, and donate to them. And also, take note if you like, anything that could be better. We're trying to partner with Gitcoin too. So if you have any things that you think could improve on their UI, I'm sure that they would love that, and we can give them that feedback too. But that's a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Hey, sorry, I got one quick question. I know this, it's here on the agenda, but it was also posted in Discord. Can you remind real quick, like where that is in Discord? Because it was also spelled out there.
Yeah. Let me see.
I was just trying to find it. I read it and then I changed channels.
If you search FTM.
Okay.
But you also have to do the announcements, Corey. So you can go to the announcements channel and you can find how to do it.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Got it.
Cool. Great. Okay. So here we have in our DAOs, we've got a few things to take care of. Man, somebody just sign this thing so we can claim this airdrop. If you are a signer in the, what is this thing here? The Giveth matching on mainnet. Well, that's crazy. Please just sign this. I'm going to start DMing people probably today just to get it done. It's not important, but it's just blocking our queue if we do have to get anything done. In the Give Garden, nothing for now. I think the Chainvine proposal passed, and so that is ready for the next steps. In the NR Give DAO, Ashley just threw up the votes to send out round 25 givebacks and the nice token distribution as well. So that is open and need to be passed in the next 24 hours. And this might not load, but it's there. Go ahead and vote on it, please, so we can send out round 25 givebacks. After that, nothing in Snapshot as of last night. And moving on, nothing to say for bounties this week. And we can jump right into the forum if there's no questions about the DAOs. Great. Okay, great. So Karma Governance Analytics. So this we brought up last week. I think Mahesh, one of the founders, came and actually gave us, answered a couple questions in the call. So I am looking for some more engagement this week. I want to highlight it. Only 2 people have voted in the poll. Griff made an interesting point, using this potentially as a substitute for source cred in distributing rewards. So, yeah,
I hate to interrupt.
No way.
But I have someone just snuck in here, and maybe we can sing "Happy Birthday" to this one.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. Happy birthday
Thanks, everyone.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. I was interested in what you were talking about. I was like, oh, maybe I should vote on that. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day. Yay. So what are we talking about here? Oh yeah, Griff was saying something yesterday about if we could somehow use this governance analytics to actually influence our praise or reward system. So they said we're actually able to integrate with GitHub and the forum. And so basically based on activity inside of our GitHub repositories and inside of our forum could actually yield rewards for engaging with those, which would be awesome because SourceCred was originally on the docket for a reward system, but then it was no longer maintained and then we just kind of had to drop it. So could be an interesting solution. Is there any questions or anything about this? If anyone's taken the time to read it or... No. Well, I'd love to see some more engagement in here. Let's get some votes, ask some questions, and maybe we can give them an answer and help them set something up on the Give Garden once we get some consensus here. And maybe it sounds like from what Mahesh is saying, we need to set up a call with him to figure out how this analytic stuff would actually work, working it into the reward system.
Yeah, and I mean beyond GitHub and forum, we could also like basically reward people for voting and participating in governance too. Like reward people who are voting in our Give DAOs, for reward people who are voting all over the place. So that I think it has a lot of legs if that like beyond the just the analytics, if somehow we can integrate that into our reward system, oh man, that'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember like Mirror. You remember Mirror, right? It was like they give you rewards only if you voted on the winning proposal. So that was like an incentive mechanism. I don't know if it's like robust, but it's like how do you make sure people are like intelligently voting and not just like, you know, pushing buttons to get rewards? Or is governance, should it be rewarded, or is it more like your responsibility?
I mean, maybe we could make it like connected to how many tokens you have or how much your vote matters in the vote, you know? I don't want to pay people. I feel like if you, as long as, yeah, I don't know. I feel like rewarding people for voting makes sense. I understand this idea that you don't want to just have them be like, okay, clicking, you know, but if the reward isn't a lot, you know, and
yeah, ironically in the Give Garden, we're paying people just for being there, not even to vote.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fischel, your mic's open, by the way.
Sorry.
So good. Beyond GitHub and SourceCred could reward people for voting. There's something interesting I saw. It was like, and I kind of like this idea where it's like blind voting. So you're not able to see how other people voted, and you're kind of like incentivized to vote on what you think is the best option without knowing how the rest of the people voted. But I don't think that's possible with the current setup, but it's a really interesting.
It is.
Well, Snapshot would have to be blind, like you wouldn't be able to show the results.
Snapshot has an integration for that.
Recently, it's called Shielded Voted. Shapeshift is experimenting with it right now. And basically, after the vote is done, then you can see everybody's. Makes me read more better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an integration with Shutter from the guys that do Trust Lines and Raiden and the Brainbot crew.
Oh, and you guys do POAPs. You can turn on POAPs for voting. I kind of disagree with paying people to vote, but POAPs are paying. I mean, people love them.
Yeah, I think either way, if you reward people for voting on like what they think the right answer is without knowing how other people voted, then it's like, then it might make sense, you know, to have some sort of reward, whether it's a POAP, whether it's tokens.
I would agree with that.
But if they know what the results is, then they're just going to vote for the one that you know has the best. Yeah. Cool. Well, I think maybe then we plan a call maybe this week or maybe in the new year and see what we can do with this. Maybe they have time this week. That would be cool. That's cool though with Snapshot. Into governance analytics. Cool. Anything else in this one? No. Cool. Don't forget, just read the thing and just leave us your comments or what you voted on in the poll. DAO Treasury Management. And this one's for me, discussing what we should do with our funds currently in our multi-sigs. Generate income with what, where, what chain, what assets. And so there's about 9 polls in there to vote on. We got some things to decide, like where do we actually put the funds, etc. Monique brought up an interesting point about like, do we put it all in or do we keep cash ratio? But I think hopefully anything that we do will be liquid, as in it can be liquidated instantly. So I'm looking to get started on this week, since it's been up for 11 days. So this is your last chance to engage in these polls. We have some space right now on the call if anybody wants to ask any questions. DAO Treasury Management. I have a question for Griff. We have money coming in from wrapping up Trace and moving the multi-sigs over. When can we expect that to go through?
Do we have the list of the list that we were looking at?
Yeah.
Is that pretty much sorted?
I finished it. I just need to organize it so that the transactions will be efficient.
Okay. Well, if that's finished, then all we got to do is I just set up the transactions in the overflow multi-sig and get a few people to vote on them, and the money will go to wherever we want it. Do we send it to Giveth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything we do with went to Giveth. And what about the stuff in the old main multi-sig?
It's all gone.
It all moved into the main?
Oh no, not the old main multi-sig. That was something I delegated to you actually. And to try to get Amin or someone else to sign, because like there's something wrong with those transactions from before.
Oh, I thought Amin already did that. Anyway, I'll get him on.
It didn't work.
Didn't work. Okay, I'll check it out.
Or he did it and there's one more step. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Or like maybe I remove my signature and then he confirms and then I make the final signature. Like I could do that. But that money's stuck. It sucks. I mean, it's not really stuck. We can set a whole new transaction and get everyone to sign it if we need.
Okay. So then that's on me now. In my brain, I was like, I did it, and then I thought it went through. Okay. Great. Anything else for this before we move on? No. Okay. Wanted to check back in on onboarding Flea attendees. Maybe looks like Kotabe's got something for us.
Yeah, some updates. So first on the Flea Giveth team that is going to be going. So far, apparently, we already have like a nice crew coming together. Mateo is up for it since he doesn't have a visa. He's not going to be able to go to East Denver. So he will join us on the fun. Bridget, since she's there, she's getting more into the fundraising calls. And she will be more updated by the time that we are at the Flea. Myself, and like if you still want to join, just DM or reach out. So just a little bit of context. Again, the audience is about 600 people. From those, 1/3 are impact investors, 1/3 are impact makers, and 1/3 are ecosystem enabling organizations. It's an audience that we want them to know about Giveth. And so the context of this proposal is that, like, we are going to have a talk, most likely. That is at least being talked about as a given. But on a talk, we have only the people that are in there at that moment. And since we have such good relationships with the Flea organizers, I think that we can use their mailing list or inside the mails that they are sending to people, just send something about Giveth. So that's kind of like what the proposal is around. Griff mentioned, I don't know if last week or a few weeks ago, we could do something specific for, like, this is a good audience, we could do something specific for them. So I had a suggestion. I had actually one suggestion and then got some feedback, and I have a second suggestion. So can I share my screen very quickly?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Okay. Just find the right slide. Okay. So let me know when you can see.
Yep.
Awesome. So the first suggestion was like a Giveth donor onboarder, which could be like a way to understand everything that you can do on Giveth on a gamified way. Kind of like with a wizard that takes you through everything that you can do so that it's easier to understand for new people. And so you go into a microsite that just tells you very quickly, like, welcome to the future of giving. Like, this is about to be the most rewarding, impactful, and potent donation of your life, probably. And then some video, like explaining this 1-2 minutes, and then have like 5 missions to become hero donor, something really fun name. And the 5 missions could be like connect your wallet, create your profile, make your first donation, boost project with Give Power, and curate projects based on your Give expertise. The last one could be through oh man, forgot the name. Budget Bucks.
Which we're renaming to Pairwise.
Pairwise. I love Pairwise. Sounds so much better. It's such a cool name. And so, like, basically, they will have their hand held through the process on how to connect the wallet. And if they have, like, if they need some more information, we can send them to like other, like, download MetaMask here or anything. How to create their profile, how to make their donation. But there was some feedback that this could be interesting, but there are a few things that might make it complicated. Give Power was actually complicated because if they are doing a game, to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get their give can be a hassle, and doing kind of like some other hack can be complicated. And in general, this is very complicated to do it by February. Also, I can like time how much will it take to do this whole game, and even though they will like pretty much master what to do on Giveth in 30 minutes, this might be still too much for the audience that we're going for. So I talked about it, and Mateo had a great idea on doing more kind of like a simulator where you can move things, but you don't necessarily need to like connect your wallet and do actual things. It's more kind of like you understand what the platform does, very similar to what CEC has. And so this could reduce the amount of time that it takes from 30 minutes to about 10 minutes. Like, the development will also be way easier because we don't have to create so many new designs and front end and back end work, because we can. I don't have still the presentation here for the new idea, but they could play with how to use Give Power with the designs that are already made. And so we just have to kind of like copy those designs, paste them in a new site, and give it to them to play, and they can understand how the flow works without them actually giving. The scope is more limited because they are not going to be actually onboarded, but in a fun and playful way, they will learn how to use the platform in about 10 minutes. So I think that's the main idea, and I'll stop here just to get some quick feedback or opinions or thoughts.
Seems like a lot of work to make a whole new website for simulating Giveth. Like, I mean, we could just get a list of their addresses and give them all Give. You know, if they just like do one step and tell us what their address is in a type form or something, then we can just send them some Give, and that might be easier.
What about just like a faucet?
Yeah, make them do. We could fork the Rinkeby faucet and make them tweet. You know, it's like they have to. There's this, and Spunnet might even be able to do it because he made the first one, or he made a faucet like that before. But yeah, we could just take. I'm sure it's open source, and it would only give it to them if they make a tweet that has their address on it.
Yeah, I mean, just something easy. And if you guys aren't familiar with the faucet, it would just be like a website where people can come to, and they put in an address and they receive Give. And maybe they would like have to do some sort of action, but it like is just a faucet they turn on, and it gives out tokens. So maybe you could scope it just for like, you know, the week inside of this conference. Maybe we keep it around for ETH Denver too, for if we want to do something with that. And then it's just like do action. Maybe you get a code, maybe it checks something, you go to the faucet, you get Give, and then you're into the game. I think Griff has a point. It's a lot of work to build this microsite, and I think what we did at ETH Barcelona was actually really cool, where it had like the personal touch. You know, sure, they didn't get Give right away, and maybe we can solve it with the faucet, but like, here's money, go donate, and then like, you know, check back, or like check out these other things like as a result.
And the personal touch is a good point. we could also just do like a email blast, a DM. Hey, like email us back your address, and we'll give you some give so you can go play. And have it be a conversation like it was at Youth Barcelona. I think that's a really solid approach and a lot less work.
Fair enough. I agree with the personal touch perspective, but I also think that it's limited how much people can you touch actually in the conference, both through the presentation and through meeting and talking. And one thing that I really like about having a call to action on the mailing list of the communications of the fleet is that we will basically be touching all 600 attendings before the conference, and maybe we already can like spark some interest so that they, when the conference comes, they actually want to talk to us. So that's one of the things that for me it's important, and then the other I think is just consider whatever we do. I think we have to do it like in a very hand-holding way, because this audience is not a Web3 audience, and it should be very easy. That's just my thought. Those are my thoughts.
Should be achievable. It doesn't have to be easy. Sometimes these quests are hard, but there's like enough gamification and the NFT, like cookie, like the people who do it might be like, I've been trying to I wanted a reason to get into Web3. I wanted to get a reason to play with crypto.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, thanks for the feedback. If anyone has more feedback, the post is there. We also have a thread on where is it? I think it's let me see where the thread is.
Can I just
partner threads?
Go ahead, Corey.
Add something real quick. I mean, like if we are setting up something like this, then obviously we're setting it up to be then ready to use for all kinds of other future events, right? Like where there's audiences outside of Web3 that could be interested in onboarding through Giveth. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, that will be the idea.
Yeah. So like whatever we're developing is just like really easy then to like change the branding of in a second, for like the next event or. Because then I could see it being worth it. I mean, then we could have, I guess, a really easy way to get in front of those new audiences and have them like trial out Giveth. It could be pretty cool. Because I think people getting their hands on it is like a really good way to get it. I mean, we can talk about Giveth all we want and like show presentations, but I think maybe it's like, it's an interesting idea to like just give people an avenue to trial it and see how easy it is. Because our UX is like a big selling point, it seems like.
I can feel my Nick over there. He's just like probably just steaming over there, but I'm curious to hear what he has to say. If he's still around.
I'm still around.
We just had like an hour-long talk about like how do we make roadmap planning more clear? Build a little website.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm flexible, but we. The developers want more, focusing. At least they asked me in the retrospective that we have. But we have to do this. In product management, we have to also consider the emergencies. Or
All right, cool. All right. Great. So anything else? No, yes.
Maybe one last point.
I do, but it's on the worked out proposal, so different topic. I'm not sure if you guys are wrapping this up or not.
I'll make some space for you there. What were you gonna say, Kotabe?
Yeah, into what Corey said, like I think the idea doesn't have to come as a priority. It could be really good for free, but I think that an easy way to understand better the DApp, more kind of like playing with it, it could be really good, as Corey said, for new audiences and even for all audiences that maybe are underusing the DApp. Kind of like have this wizard that takes you through everything that you can do there, because it's growing so much. And I think many people that are not on Giveth might not be following up with how much things you can do. That's it.
That's good feedback. Because some of the things that we hear often is like people don't fully understand everything that's going on and what they can do exactly. So, and the problem is that the time it takes to give backs, and then the time it takes from when you use your Give Power project to when it actually shows up to when it actually affects when you make another donation. It's like it takes like a full month to get the whole experience, Cool. Great. So we got a forum post there, and we also got a Discord thread if we want to follow up that convo. Worked out proposal. Tell me.
Yeah, so it looks like it has a lot of support. Last time I looked, it was 19 yes votes. So I'm just curious what the next step would be for this type of proposal. Like if it goes up into snapshot or what, since we had like a week of advice process.
Well, what I understand is like the only thing that affects Giveth is that there's going to be a 15% subsidy, right? Everything else is on the contributor to opt in or opt out.
Yeah.
And is there any sort of like, go ahead, Monique, were you going to say something?
I think we have to ask the contributors who want to volunteer, be a volunteer, or enroll in this plan. We can define the plans, then we can go into the snapshot, I guess.
Interesting. And is there anything else that Giveth needs to do? Like, because it's like this Giveth worked out partnership. Do they have any other requirements from us as an organization? I can't hear you, Heather. You were talking away from your screen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the only other thing that might affect Giveth is just having to like show work agreements to WorkDAO. So releasing that private information, but that's what the contributor shares. So.
Okay. Now I'm curious how we should scope this decision, because we could just make a snapshot at anybody with Give tokens, or is this something like want to have in the NR Give, just kind of like vote on it, or should we open it up to everybody that has tokens?
I mean, what do you think is best in this type of situation?
Where would we be paying out the subsidy?
So the subsidy would just be an additional like $15 or whatever option they choose. I believe for the employment option it's going to be about like $90. Is that would go to the, like, it'd be into the total salary that's paid for that month, that salary is sent to the WorkDAO wallet address.
So it would go on top of their salary, basically. So I think it makes sense for NR Give to vote, personally.
I think so too. Mm-hmm. Okay. Any objections? Great. Anything else to add, Heather?
No, I mean, I would just love to do that as soon as possible to get it up on NR Give vote, so people can do this by the end of the year.
Sure. I can empower you to make one.
Okay, so that is my, okay, I will do it.
Yeah. Okay, great. If there's nothing else, we've got some PSAs. Buddy reviews. It is almost the end of the year, so make sure you hang out with your buddy. I know Kai and I are getting together on Wednesday, and we both are looking for your feedback. Tell me what you think of Kai. Give me all the juicy deeds. Just kidding. Just tell me how you think he's doing. And similarly, leave some feedback for myself. Tell me how you think I'm doing, my job at Giveth. And make sure you reach out to your buddy. Plan a call, hang out with them, get them to fill out this form, tell Nico about it so he can hassle you and make sure it happens. And if you want to leave any review for yourself or for Giveth as an org, there's also a separate type form in the self-review form. And I think that's it. I think we got it. Anything else, anyone? 5 minutes left on the call.
Nice. One thing, because it happened to me today. My MetaMask was always very stable. My Chrome would not act up. Today I start Chrome and it erased everything. Some extensions were not readable anymore. So just I keep all my stuff backed up. But if you imported any accounts into your MetaMask, if you created an account first on another chain than Ethereum, if you put your seed phrase in, it will not auto add those accounts. So do yourself a favor at the end of the year, just export your private keys or set up the same MetaMask on a different computer, which is what I do. So I have it mirrored. Has nothing to do with Giveth, just general advice. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed both Firefox and Brave, the MetaMask extension was getting really buggy. I don't know what's going on there.
Quick note here, I'm just trying to transfer some Phantom using the link that you sent, and apparently it's out of liquidity, so I got some amount converted into USDC and the rest into Phantom. So you guys may be running out of a chance to transfer using that tool unless they add some liquidity.
Oh, the transfer to for a Phantom isn't working.
Well, actually, I was swapping between RAP XDAI. Maybe XDAI doesn't give any issue.
Try this one, Santi. There's another Phantom bridge.
Connects to Phantom?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Gnosis chain.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you throw that link in the notes, Mitch? And yeah, just really quick, I was just gonna say, like, thank you to Jake, Katabe, Ashley, and Almond who were able to donate. We will not chase you down, but the rest of you, we're chasing you down. So put your name on the list.
Also, Transfer2 is a DEX and bridge aggregator, so it should both be able to use Hop or Connect or any of the options that are there. You just have to choose ones that have liquidity. But yeah, sometimes you cannot see. It happened to me the other day, and you cannot see if there is an issue. That there was a router that was stuck, and my money got stuck there for 1 day. So that's the only bad thing. The UX is pretty fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for coming, and we may or may not do that this next week, but keep you posted. Otherwise, we'll have it in the new year. And thanks for coming.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.